Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Chen. I'm on the IT Teaching Learning Services team in Information Technology Services at URI. In this session, I will focus on the advanced features of Panopto videos. I will be demoing features, particularly focusing on quizzes and discussions to enhance your engagement and assessment of your students. Okay, so I don't know how many, I have like 10 participants in this session. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Panopto. I would like to start the session with a brief introduction about the tool. Okay, Panopto is our enterprise video platform. It's cloud-based, and we primarily use it for video repository and management. So at URI, we have a site license for all faculty, staff, and students to use Panopto. And we have integrated Panopto with our Brightspace learning management system. So this makes it much easier for instructors like you to create video recording of your lectures, presentations, and demonstrations. And the video recordings you make in Panopto will be available to your students both in and outside of Brightspace, and also viewable on all current modern web browsers and mobile devices. So here is a key list of features Panopto offers. You can use Panopto to record lectures or presentations, meaning recording a new video. And Panopto comes with different recorders, browser-based and desktop-based. So with the desktop-based, technically you can record anywhere, anytime, even on the beach. And then once you get back to a classroom or go back to a place with internet connection, you can upload the video. Okay, and you can also use Panopto to upload an existing video that you might have recorded using other tools, such as your phone, such as typically using from Zoom session, from WebEx session, and you can use Panopto. So, if you have those existing videos, you can use Panopto to upload them to your Brightspace course and later share them with your students. You can share them either inside or outside of Brightspace with users, within URI or outside of URI. There are permission settings you can set for these videos. You can also add automatic machine-generated captions to make your videos accessible to students needing special accommodations. Panopto also offers a very robust usage analytics data of both your video content and also viewer behavior. So providing pretty detailed insights for you to learn, such as how your viewers interact with the videos, with metrics like views, watch time, and engagement level. So any questions on this list of features, basic features? Just put them in the chat. In addition to these key basic features, Panopto offers a very intuitive interface and a very diverse array of tools that foster engagement and assessment, both in and outside the classroom. So as an example, I included some examples here. Panopto allows instructors to capture and share multimedia-rich content, such as video lectures, presentations, YouTube clips, demonstrations, and more. This variety of content format caters to different learning style or learning needs of students, enable them to absorb information in ways that resonate most with them. You as an instructor can also embed quizzes in your video to assess comprehension or serve as a knowledge check to promote active engagement directly within the video content. Panopto also comes with a discussion note-taking feature. So it allows your student instructors to capture personal notes, ask questions, engage in meaningful conversations, and share insights directly within the context of the video. And then we will demo mostly this part of the features, more advanced features for engagement and assessment. So here's a list of what I will cover in this session. I will very briefly, very quickly explain how to access, but I will spend a moment explaining how the Brightspace and Panopto integration works. Based on my interaction with a lot of faculty through support sessions, many faculty do not know how the integration works. So I will spend a moment, explaining how it works and how to provision your Brightspace course to work with Panopto. And I'll also show you how to add discussion and notes, how to create a quiz, and how to use the quiz as a great activity in your Brightspace course, and sync the quiz results with your Brightspace gradebook. Okay, and last but not least, I will refer you to a list of resources for Panopto and explain how and where you can get help. Okay, so again, before we move on to the live demo, I want to spend a moment explaining how the integration works. So I do want to point out, and I think I'm pretty sure you all know Brightspace and Panopto, they're two different systems. So Brightspace is our learning management system, and Panopto is our video repository and management system. They're two different systems, but both systems use URI single sign-on. So after you log on to Brightspace, after you provision your course to work with Panopto, you and your students will automatically be signed into both systems. However, it's very important that I point out here, we do not automatically provision your course for Panopto. There are a number of reasons for that. One is not every instructor uses Panopto for their course. Secondly, there's a cost in terms of storage space and things of this nature. So again, your Brightspace course is not automatically provisioned to work with Panopto. There's a simple step you need to perform, which I will demo just next. Okay, and the way Panopto works is Panopto works very similar to Google folder. So you could, so after you provision your course, your Brightspace course for Panopto, Panopto will generate behind the scene a course folder for your Brightspace course, for that particular course you just provisioned. And then Panopto will sync, just like a Google folder. The permission setting can be set at the folder level, the course folder level, or the individual video level. So, and with the provision, Brightspace will sync the enrollment data with the course folder of that folder, the permission of that folder. So all the students enrolled in your particular class will have viewer access. All the learners will have viewer access. And then all as your instructor or collaborator or your TAs will have creator access, meaning they can add, edit, delete your videos, but students can only access and view your videos. So any questions on that? So if not, I'm going to move on to the live demo. Very briefly, there are many ways you can access Panopto if you haven't done it. Okay, so you can do it via Brightspace, and Panopto also has a website, and you can also download the desktop app. Basically with the app, you can record, you can make videos even without internet, with or without internet. That's a major difference. Okay, so the recommended way is actually using Brightspace. It's actually simpler. Okay. Again, I mentioned earlier about the URI single sign-on. So the best way to log on to any system, any apps at URI, except for eCampus, is using the URI portals, apps portal. We call it apps portal from Office 365 suite. So it's portal.office.com. Okay, so let's launch my browser. I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to go to log on to portal.office.com, and you should bookmark this page. Okay, I'm already logged on. If this is your first time, prompt you to go through the URI single sign-on, two-step verification. I'm sure you all know by now how to do that. So now I'm on my the portal Office 365 portal home screen. So on the top left corner, there is an app launch icon, the 9 dots, right? Click on it. So you see a list of applications. This is not all the apps. If you click on more, you can access all the applications that URI supports except eCampus. Okay, so now let's launch Brightspace right here. And of course, you can also launch Panopto. But the best way, the recommended way, the simplest process for you to access Panopto is via Brightspace, because we have seamlessly integrated the two systems. So let's launch Brightspace. Again, it uses single sign-on. I'm automatically logged on. Okay, So now for for this demo, what I'm going to do is, I'm on my home screen, right? You're probably all familiar with the screen. So I'm going to create a development course. I call it Panopto use Panopto for engagement and assessment by Lisa. And this is a test course. I can easily delete it after the session. Create. Okay, then I'm going to click on it to launch it. That's all it takes to create a development course. So now this is an empty course shell, right? And as I mentioned earlier, we do not automatically provision your course, Brightspace course, to work with Panopto directly. Okay, there's an extra step. Okay, so now actually what I'm going to do is because it's an empty course shell, I'm going to enroll a few test learners. I'm going to add a few test learners. I think I have a learner one. Let's double check. Click on that. Okay, so I have learner one. I'm going to enroll learner one. It's a test learner, okay, as a learner. I'm going to add more participants, add another one. Let's do learner two. I think I have another account for testing. Okay, and click on that. Hold on. Okay, learner two, let's do this one as another learner. Okay, so now I have a new course shell with me being the project site owner, and then I have, which is equivalent to the instructor role. Okay, if it's an official course shell. Let's click on add. Okay, so now if you go to class list, right? You see I have me as a project site owner and I have two learners. So now the first step, if you want to utilize Panopto videos, which we highly recommend, okay, to enhance your instruction. So the first step is, go to the content module, okay, and just create a placeholder. You can call it whatever you want. Okay, Panopto. Okay, once you do that, I have a module for Panopto, and then I want to provision my course to work with Panopto. Again, this is a one-time thing, but you need to do it. For example, this semester you have a new course shell. Next semester you have another course shell. You need to do it every time, every semester. You need to do it one time every semester. So now to provision, you go to existing activities and click on external learning tool. Remember I mentioned Panopto and Brightspace are two different systems. So that's why there's an external learning tool, there's the integration, LTI integration. So you click on that, and then you select Panopto videos. So this is the simple step that I mentioned that you have to take to provision your course. Okay, so now by clicking on the video, I just want to show you what happened with the provisioning. Okay, it takes probably a moment to load. It should be pretty quick. Any questions so far? Okay, so now after we provision, it's just a simple step, right? So what I did was I went to existing activities and then selected external learning tool and then selected Panopto video. So with this provision, you only need to do it once per semester for this particular course, if you want to utilize Panopto for your course. So by doing this, you see this folder, right? Actually, I want to explain here. So after you provision your course, you click on it. This entire Panopto interface loads inside your Brightspace window. This is what I call seamless, because you and your students may not even realize this is from Panopto. This is actually not part of Brightspace. This is part of Panopto. So we have, there's a search form. You can search for videos, and there's a create button. You can make recordings right here. You can upload existing videos, right? There's also a question icon. This takes you to basically a very, we have some local contact information listed here. This is for the, we have a classroom media support team. So they have phone number, they have email. You can also, if you click on online documentation, Panopto has an excellent, very comprehensive collection of, tutorials and, how to record. And it's a very comprehensive list of pretty much every task you need to do inside Panopto. They document it here. Okay, so I'm going to close this tab. And then, so you see the folder, which has the same name as my course, right? So behind the scene, after I provision my course, Panopto created a course folder. Remember, Panopto is very similar to Google folder. It operates on a folder-based concept. Okay, so permission setting can be, access permission can be set at the folder level. So all the videos would inherit the same setting, or at the individual video level. So by, after we provision, Panopto generate course folder for this particular course. And if you click on, see, there is chevron down arrow, right? You click on that. Okay, you see there's a specific course folder generated. So with this course folder, Panopto, basically Brightspace thinks the enrollment data. You enrolled as instructor, including your students, enrolled as learner, or any TAs and stuff like that, with the access permission for the folder. So your students have viewer access. You as instructor will have creator access. You don't have to worry about the permission, adding somebody or deleting somebody, removing somebody from accessing it. It's automatic because the two systems are integrated. Okay. And then you can, let's go ahead and just click on the create button. I want to upload a few sample clips. Okay, so I'm going to just say, click on, let's do the mountain and ocean, very short clips. So it takes less time to load. Okay, processing. Upload complete, I may close the browser. So now I have two clips already, basically uploaded to my course folder that can be accessed by all my students automatically. You don't have to worry about the permission setting. So basically, again, as I mentioned, this is the folder created behind the scene after we provision the course. It's generated by Panopto. The entire Panopto interface gets loaded inside Brightspace. And then you can, again, you can change the permission at the folder level or this is the share icon, the video level. So at the video, it's the same permission setting. At the video level, so by default, if you look at it, right, I clicked on basically the share setting for the folder, for the course folder that Panopto just generated for my course. So I click on the share. So you can see automatically, do you see that? The creator, list of creator and creator and users are added automatically. But of course, so the creator basically are you as the instructor or your TA or your collaborator, and viewer will be your student. Okay, and then of course you can also add additional users. For example, you want to add your department chair who's not enrolled in this class. You could do that. If I want to add, for example, Amanda is with me, right? Amanda, is it that Jensen?
Yeah,
you're the idea. Yeah. Okay, so it'll pop up. If you click on that. So I'm going to say, Amanda, you can send an email, then it gets notify him, here is my mountain clip. So Amanda will get an email. You don't have to do it. You don't have to notify anybody. Okay. Gonna send. So you can add additional users who are not enrolled as an official course in the official course enrollment data. And additionally, see there's in this share screen, right? So who could by default, if you click on change, by default, folder is restricted to access by you and your students. But however, you can change it. You say, I want anybody URL who has a link to do it, to access it, or anybody at URL can find it and search it, or I want to make it public on the internet. So you can embed it, for example, you can embed it onto a blog, onto a website. But again, by default, it's restricted to you and your students only, or anybody you want to add. Okay. So any questions? I added Amanda, which is fine. So any questions so far? Again, due to the time limit, we're not going to have time to, I want to focus on more advanced features of using quizzes and discussions and things like that. So I'm not going to spend time, showing you how to create recording. So to create recording, it comes with different recorders. One is the browser-based capture. One is the Panopto, for Mac or for Windows. Okay. So again, I'm not going to go through the process, but it's a very simple thing. So this is kind of like the interface. You check your video, check your audio, then just do a screen share, what you want to share, right? Screen Panopto. This is the this is the PowerPoint that I just had. So you could say allow, then start to narrate. You click on record, start to narrate. Okay, and then the video will automatically be uploaded to once you stop the recording, right? Again, I'm not going to spend time on this one. I'm going to close here. The video will be uploaded automatically to this folder, the same folder, and access permission now taken care of for you and your students. So yesterday in another session that I taught for Panopto, which is a beginner session, more like a basic feature session, I created this clip. Again, it's a very short clip. I just want to demo. I want to quickly just upload it. Instead of recording, spending time, we don't have so much time doing this. So I'm going to upload the clip that I recorded yesterday. Basically, it's capturing me as an instructor narrating my PowerPoint slide for class 1. I think I'm all set. Okay. So basically, it's a very short clip. I did it yesterday, briefly. Very short one. Okay. So let me exit out of here. So this is basically, you can easily use inside Brightspace. You can use Panopto Capture or Panopto Desktop application. It's a recorder or you can, again, you can upload existing media as well. You can upload existing media, they record it elsewhere. You can record using the browser-based capture or the desktop-based application. And this is what I captured yesterday. So what I'm going to do next is basically just show you, how to add some discussion and notes. Some of the features you and your student can use to just increase engagement, to add more interactivity between you and your students. So if you click on, once you have it, right, move your cursor over the thumbnail and click on it. So it'll launch the video in Panopto interface. So now here you can see on the left side. So I don't know if it's hiding. Let me put it right here, maybe. So on the left side, right? So the interface looks like this. You have the URI logo, you have the course folder, and you have the video title. And then you can download and you can change the setting of the video. Here's the gear icon. So here you can, give it a different name, right? And you can move it to different folder, but I strongly suggest if it's for a particular course, the video, keep it in the course folder, okay? You can change your preview image. And a very useful feature of here is under availability. So if you, for example, you're preparing for your fall 2024, courses, you could have all your videos recorded in the summer, but you don't have to release it until, September and October and November. So you could have you could do some of the work summer, you have more time. You could do some of the work during the summer and then release it, whenever, you can set this availability time and basically date. which is a very useful feature. And you can, again, download it. You can download it in different mode, which is a very nice feature. You could just do primary video, which will be the side-by-side. Okay, so side-by-side is like if you have, okay, the picture-in-picture. So again, it's kind of interesting. Okay, so typically we have picture-in-picture. So you have the presentation and you have the presenter on a smaller thumbnail size. And you can also download the audio MP3 version, just the audio version of the clip. Okay. Okay. Another thing I want to explain here is under copy video. So by default, when you record inside the course folder, the video will be stored on the course folder. But if you want to have a copy, because probably don't need to, depending on everybody's individual preference. Sometimes some instructors want a copy. They feel safer that way to have a copy under their what's called a My folder. So in Brightspace, let me just briefly divert to basically let's to this interface. If you log on to Panopto, right? I just went to my portal and launched Panopto. So you see my folder. My folder basically is your sandbox. Okay, so everything you record, you create, you upload can be stored in here. And it's accessible only to you unless you choose to share. So you can create folders and subfolders here to keep them organized. But if you do, the course folder is actually, it's not immediately available to you. You have to basically search for it. Okay, so if you want to, you can easily if you want to make a copy, again, you don't have to. You can still search for it and find it. Okay, but if you want to, for example, make a copy and then keep a copy in your My folder, which is immediately available to you, you could say, I want to create a full copy or reference copy. Full copy meaning the videos will come to different videos. Okay, reference copy, basically, you have a reference copy links to the original copy. And whenever you're trying to edit the reference copy, you will be alerted by the system saying this copy is linked to the original copy. Do you want to update the original copy, or you want to break the link and make them individual copies? So you could just make a reference copy or make a full copy, make a reference copy, and then put it under My folder. Then you can just create some copying the video to My folder. Just save a copy. Again, you don't have to do this, but I know a lot of faculty members prefer this approach. So they always have a copy in My folder, regardless of what class, because oftentimes they teach similar content in different sections. Any questions in terms of copying the video, storing them? Okay, so now I just want to briefly check. Oh, okay. I don't see any questions yet. So now here you could easily go to discussions. So to add a discussion topic, you can start a thread as an instructor. So you can move your cursor wherever you want to engage the instruction, right? So you could add what is your favorite nature clip? There are all kinds of nature, documentary out there. You could add that. So by default, the discussion is public, but you can choose to make it private if you click on the eye icon to kind of like change the visibility. Okay, and then your students can just go to Brightspace, click on the video, and they can basically interact. You could say, "Oh, I like our, I love Our Planet." By is it by David Attenborough? I don't know. I think it's I don't know if I spelled it correctly. Second, you can do things like that, and other students say, "Oh, I like the other clips and blah 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 things like that." Okay, and this students in if it's a long video. This video for demo purposes is only 30 seconds long, but technically a lot of I've seen most videos the instructors record they're 50 an hour long, so the kids can ask take notes. Like here is the assignment section, so you can add assignment. Again, the notes will be private to individual student unless they choose to make it public. You can make it public right here. So it has the discussion feature, the notes feature, and the bookmark. Of course, it takes you directly to, for example, this is the contact information part, right? So you could say contact. So this is for you and your students can take on to just add some interactivity to your video content. In addition to this, you can also add a quiz or add a knowledge check if you have a long, 60-minute video, right? You sometimes want to check comprehension, see the engagement, right? So you could to add a quiz, you need to click on, if you go to the top on the top right corner, there's a pencil icon. You see the pencil icon, it says edit. So this is the download, this is the setting, this is the share. Okay, this is for usage data. Okay, so this is the edit icon. So with the edit icon, so this is a reference copy, edit this video with update all. You see the prompt? Say okay. So now, once you're in this is called in Panopto editor. So here you can add captions. Captions making your video accessible to students with language needs or with, all kinds of accommodation. So you can click on import automatic, you can import transcript, and you can make changes right here. To Nature 101. You can change the timestamp if you want to, right? So you can quickly make changes, okay? And any changes you make, you want to make sure you apply the changes to save them, okay? So now I want to focus on the quizzes. Okay, so you can easily add a quiz, or you can add multiple quizzes, as many quizzes as you need to your video content. Okay, so typically the workflow is you move your cursor to wherever you want a quiz. Okay, let's try this one. Say maybe after this one, we can add a quiz. Okay. Again, this is not a full-featured, like a learning management system. So there are only 4 types of quizzes you can do: true and false, multiple choice, multiple select, fill in the blank, right? So the question I could do, let's try true and false. Say, can all birds fly? True and false. So let's say, okay, and then answer correct question, alternate. Not all birds can fly, including, for example, like ostrich is the biggest bird, it cannot fly. Penguin cannot fly, things like that, okay? So then you can add more questions. You can add, quizzes in other segment of the clip, okay? Then I'm gonna say done. So after you click on done, basically you have some options. Do you want to allow the students to retake the quiz if they get it wrong? Or show the grades after taking the quiz, and do you want to block advancing the video until they answer the quiz correctly, right? So I'm just going to keep them on, keep all the options on, and say finish. Okay, so now I'm going to say apply. So make sure you apply to make the changes, save the changes. Can you add in just one question and then provide answer? Yeah, this is okay, let me go back to the edit mode. I just want to show you. You have to do it in the edit mode to add quiz. Okay, so now let's go to, for example, in the other section. Okay, let's add a quiz. It's limited in terms of there's a multi-select this field. I don't think you can do a free comment. But again, you could do the discussion. I wonder if we could do that. Start a discussion on that. So you can only do true, false, multiple choice, multi-select. Those are predefined lists, right? And then fill in the blank. So I think we could explore like using discussions, and discussion would be a good feature to use. Okay, and you can add any number of, you can add more than one quiz, and inside each quiz you can add more than one questions.
Thank you.
And so I think we are done with this one. Let's close this. So we had, we created a video, we edited the video, we added some discussion, we added some notes and some bookmark section, we added a quiz. Can all birds fly, right? So now, and then we click on apply and save the changes. Let's close out this tab. Let me know if I'm too fast. I'm trying to rush a lot of content into this 55-minute session. So now let's get back to Brightspace. Okay. So what I just brief recap. I created this project course site. Okay, I enrolled a few student learners, and then you can upload existing video, or you can record a new video narrating. I uploaded one narrating my PowerPoint, right? So I provisioned my course, right? So the students have access to. So next I want to explain how to add them to your Brightspace course. So there are two different ways, depending on what you want to do. Okay, if you just want your students to watch the video, they don't have to take a quiz or anything like that. You can go to create, just do it as a web page. So go to, for example, let's go to, it's week 1, right? We're gonna do, week 1. You could have more modules, week 2, week 3, and then inside this module, I'm gonna create a file to say, welcome to class. And then I'm just going to, inside this editor, right? I'm going to go, okay, I'm probably doing too fast. This is the insert stuff icon. Okay, so click on that. And then I'm going to go to Panopto videos, right? And I should see a list of all the videos. Let's do this copy. Okay, and see insert. And make sure we save and close. So basically your students would come here, go to content, and click on the video, click on the welcome to class. It'll take you directly to the video link. You can add text information in this editor as well. So I wonder if there's any quiz listed here. I just want to check if the quiz is there. Okay, the quiz is here. Okay, so say finish and then continue. Okay, so so basically this is one way to just have the kids watch the video, right? I want to double check. I don't think I set up the grades yet. Okay, see, I haven't set up any grade book. This is a new course shell. Okay, so now I explained the first way to embed create a web page and embed the video. And this, so basically, if the kids even take the quiz or what you call a knowledge check, they're not recorded. The efforts are recorded in the usage data, but it's not a graded activity. Okay, if you want to grade the video, you want to add a grade item to the video, right? So what you want to do is slightly different. So you want to go to existing activities and click on video link and quiz. Panopto video link and quiz. See that? So now I'm going to select this one. Yeah. Click on insert. Okay. So as you can see, I have two different content items. One is a web page, one is external learning tool from Panopto, right? So now what I'm gonna like to do, because I've enrolled 2 learners. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go to a different browser, and I'm logged on. I'm logged on as an admin in this particular course. So I can access this particular course. Okay. Then I'm gonna go to, because as an admin, I have a privilege to impersonate a user. So I'm gonna impersonate learner 1. Okay. I'm gonna go to content, go to week 1, click on that. Okay, so right now, keep in mind, if you look at here on the top right corner, I'm logged on as Amanda. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna quickly go through to launch the quiz section. Okay, so I'm gonna say Amanda. I'm gonna say false. Okay, finish and continue. Okay, so just by doing that, again, right now I'm in Safari. I'm impersonating Amanda. I'm gonna get out of here. She has completed. She watched 90% of the video. She completed the quiz, right? So I'm gonna go back to Firefox. I'm logged on as a project site owner, which is equivalent to instructor. So I'm gonna go to my gradebook. And you can see, did you see that? It automatically reports the grade to your gradebook. And by default, it's 100%. So if you have 2 quizzes and you answered, one correctly, it'll be 50%. And if you have each quiz have 5 questions and you have 10 questions in total, and you answer like 4 questions correctly, you get 40%. So Brightspace, Panopto, the grading, the score is pretty rudimentary. It's just it has to be percentage based. So basically, what I did was just recap what we did. There are 2 ways you can add the Panopto video to a Brightspace course. One is by embedding it as a web page. By doing that, even if you have a quiz or other things, it's not reporting the grade. Okay, so if you click on it, it's just embedded a video. There's no grade item, right? So if you go back to week 1, if you click on here, I added so basically what I did was I went to existing activities and added Panopto video link and quiz. Okay, so this one is, if you click on that, it also launches the video, but if you scroll down, you see there's an assessment. It's automatic. I mean, you can create a grade item first and assign to it. It's the same. The workflow is the same. The end results is the same. So that's pretty much what I wanted to demo. Any questions on that? So again, just to
you do have a question in your chat, Lisa. I
the
need
grade
to
is based
switch
on the
out.
quiz responses. Are you able to have the gradebook reflect percentage of video? Yes. Actually, percentage it's a good question, but the percentage you could either use 1 or 2. You cannot use both unless you manually calculate it. So you could say this is video based on percentage. That actually good question. Okay, let me go to okay. So in order to manage your video inside Brightspace, you go here, you click on here, and then for this particular video, I want to show you at the video level, you can click on here, you can access the data stats. So now it tells me basically, Amanda watched 42%, right? And then and I watched it 76%. And then also, unique viewers, minutes delivered, and you can also, if you go back to this screen, if you go back to the gear setting, you can, on the left side, there's a menu. You can say quiz results. Okay, it should be this one, right? This is the quiz results. Yeah. So I had 2 different quizzes. So it's recording, basically Amanda got 100%. I haven't taken it. So again, you can only do one criteria, either percentage watched, create a custom grade item, go here, create a custom grade item, or you can do just like a percentage based in terms of the quizzes. You can do either or. I don't think you can do both. If you do both, you have to manually add them up. Okay. So just to recap, coming back to our PowerPoint. Here are some of the resources. Amanda, if you could send them to the chat, that would be great. We have knowledge base, we have how-to guides, right? Just to recap what we did. So I covered, how to access Panopto. The best way, the recommended way from ITS is to access from Brightspace. And then, every time you have a new course shell each semester, you need to provision your course. It's a simple step, but you need to do it for every course, every semester. And then you could use the discussion notes feature to engage your students, and you can create a quiz to do not for knowledge check or for a simple quiz. And there are 2 different ways to add your Brightspace video to add your Panopto video to your Brightspace course. One is by creating a web page, embed the video, and that will not, make it a grade item, right? There's no way. Then you don't have to associate it with a grade item. But if you want to, make the video a graded activity, right? Then you need to do what's called using Panopto video and quiz link instead of creating a web page. And that by doing that, it'll sync the quiz results automatically in your Brightspace gradebook.